Hello and welcome to Reddit Tell All. Today we are going to be looking at a story from r/trueoffmychest. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and with that out the way, let's get on with the story. I'm leaving my husband for his brother. My husband, 27 male, and I, 25 female, have been married for 3 years. We don't have any kids together, but we had been talking about it and was planning to conceive in the next 5 years. We met through work and shared the same workplace up until around 2 years ago. He had a change in career path and I got promoted. 2 months ago, he had a work night out and I was invited to go with him. We had a meal and went to a nice bar afterwards in the city. During the meal, I noticed him looking at a very pretty woman who looked a bit younger than me. When we got home, I asked him about her and he said she was his assistant. I didn't suspect him of cheating because our relationship was perfect. We have plenty of intimate moments and we are super comfortable together. And if either of us had a problem, we would bring it up and discuss it. Ever since the night out, he has been constantly away on business and I have been suspicious. I decided to ring his boss a day after he went away on business for a week. His boss told me he was working a few hours away in a big city and his assistant went with him. I messaged my sister and asked if she fancied a girls' weekend, and as soon as we got there I decided to look at his assistant's Instagram. She posted a boomerang and tagged her hotel. After a lot of research, I found that there were several bars surrounding the hotel, but I decided to go to the hotel bar itself. I explained to my sister the situation and she was fully supportive, and was annoyed at my husband for going on business alone with his assistant. We stayed at the bar for a few hours and it got to about 2:40 in the morning when he walked in with his assistant under his arm. He then kissed her, unaware I was watching. My sister looked so angry and began to storm over. I then grabbed her and took her out of the hotel. We went home the next morning and I didn't know what to do. I wanted revenge, so I was going to message his family about what I saw. I called my friend who is a divorce lawyer and we are trying to sort something out. I decided the best person to message was his brother. He is super attractive and nice, and when I told him about it, he told me I needed better than him and was basically slating my husband with him. He came round to the house and I'm not going to go into detail, but one thing led to another and we had the best sex ever. Now I'm going to divorce my husband for his brother. Also, you can all hate as much as you want, but I think I'm a badass. Update. Hi all, so I just wanted to come on here and clear a few things up. This update isn't going to cover a lot of the events, and the next update will probably be Friday night/Saturday morning. However, I've got a lot of hate for things I haven't really clarified, and I just wanted to explain these things. So, a lot of you guys are saying I ruined their relationship, which isn't true whatsoever. My husband and his brother are not close and haven't ever been. They grew up in 2 different households. My husband has 2 brothers, so his older brother and his younger brother lived with their dad, whilst my husband lived with his grandma. Also, a lot of you guys are saying I'm using his brother in my emotional state. Me and his brother have discussed what we want and we have decided we only want sex. And if we end up catching feelings and in a relationship, so be it. The third thing I wanted to point out is that until the divorce is finalised, I'm moving in with my mother. I'm not going to tell him I'm moving out, but he gets back from his business trip Friday morning, hence why my update will be later this week. And when he gets back, he'll find an empty apartment and 2 envelopes. One envelope will contain the pictures I got from the hotel of them kissing, and the other with divorce papers. As soon as the divorce is finalised, I will find a place of my own and just focus on myself and maybe go to therapy. The last thing I wanted to say is that I know how bad my actions seem and I look like a horrible person. I do believe I acted out of pettiness and a broken heart, and I am sorry to anyone who has been hurt by my actions. However, I'm grateful for all the support I've received, you guys helping me through this. Second update. Hi everyone. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who waited for this update. And I'm sorry for the lateness. It's been a really dramatic and stressful few days. I'm at my mother's house right now and all of my stuff is here. On Thursday night, I put the 2 envelopes on the counter. One of divorce papers, the other of the hotel pictures, and I left a bottle of wine for him. I then packed my stuff, and up until Friday night, it was really peaceful. However, when he got home, my phone started blowing up. I was receiving messages from my husband and his mum calling me a bitch and weak. He rang me and I wasn't answering, so he left a voicemail saying I was a weak slag who can't handle my husband going out and exercising. At this point, I was genuinely laughing because I thought it was funny how he was trying to impersonate Andrew Tate. I turned my phone off, and it's really important to know that I was home alone as my mum and sister were both at work. I started hearing pounding on the door. I knew it was him. He was thudding his shoulder all up against the door and I felt sick. I called the police and told them my crazy ex-husband was trying to break in. By the time they got here, he had already left and I'm going to file for a restraining order. I just can't believe this all happened in one night. I sent his brother round to the house to collect a few things I had forgotten when my husband wasn't in this morning and he's just got back. Apparently, everything was smashed and there was beer cans everywhere. I'm so glad that I've gotten out of this horrible relationship. Also, thank you so much for all the support and the people who are messaging me. I also wish the worst to the assholes who messaged me saying they hope I get cancer and die. Thank you. Wow, those comments that told OP that she should go and die really were quite mean. What she'd done probably wasn't the best move, but she was probably hurting and kind of wasn't thinking straight. But remember, her husband was the one that cheated first. So in her eyes, everything was going fine. But sleeping with your husband's family member probably wasn't the best thing, especially because it wasn't like they really loved each other or they had feelings for each other for a while. This was just like on a whim. She thought this was going to be the thing that was going to hurt him the most. And also, what about the comment about that he's just exercising? What does that even mean? Cheating is not exercising. I'm sure he's burning a lot of calories in the process, but there is a clear difference. I think it was the mum that said that. Wait until she finds out that OP is exercising with her other son. I wonder if she'll be so calm and collective about that situation. But what a whirlwind. If you liked this video, then consider subscribing to the channel. I upload every weekdays and hopefully you'll come back and join me on the next one.